Hello and welcome to the Cars on Cup Series YouTube channel, and today we are going to be racing the ZSS at Orlando again. We raced here earlier this season, and your pole sitter Yoiko won the race here earlier this season, and his playoff driver, as ZSS playoffs have begun. So real quickly, I'm going to go through the playoff drivers, and as you can see, 42 car field. And also, like I said, point out that 4 of the playoff drivers are Toyotas, 3 are Chevys, and 1 is a Ford, and that would be Barney Thresher III for Burrow Motorsports. So as you can see, Yoiko in the playoffs, and then Bird in the playoffs, round 8, and Jason Cooper, who led a lot of laps here at the beginning of the season, which put him in this position. Austin Johns, who has 2 wins this season, and then go back a little bit to we can see 26 Weeb Gonzalez won at Armory Digital Super Speedway, getting him in the playoffs, and then we have Latham Warner, who's been really the main guy coming into the ZSS playoffs based off 100% off consistency, and well, actually Barney Thresher, well, no, he's gonna win, and then Omanessa, 2 wins this season, 1 at Nashville and 1 at Texas. And you can see Barney Thresher third there. He won at Daytona Dirt, and he's got a crap ton of top 10. So you can see we were going to the cockpit of last week's winner Kazo for this week, and I'm really hoping it's not as wild as it was last time we raced here, but I did not change any settings, so yeah, it's really going off a sore thumb, kind of. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're going to go ahead and go to his cockpit for the start of the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
CNH the Introvert there, he had a barrel roll in the race earlier this season. In fact, the reason he ran in the Cup Series for the remainder of the season for the 93 for Alpine Motorsports, because his teammate, Cup Series teammate, had an even worse crash here, right actually where they're at right now on the racetrack. That took him out for the season. NASCAR Fireball 48. He'll be returning in the 2022 Jazz 500 at 93 NASCAR Fireball 48, and you know, we might see an East Introvert there as well if he makes the signups. Pace cars in. We got 2 Toyotas starting up front. Aztec Levette. Last time we raced here, this was his debut as we were green flag at Orlando. And you can see a crap ton of Toyotas. Nathan Aguilon just swamped by Toyotas right now. And again, I'm hoping we don't wreck on the first lap. That would suck. But, you know, karma, they probably will. But, you know, I hope not. Gotta go off hopes and hope they don't die. Yeah, another hope is we don't have 4 overtime, so that's good. That's a good hope. Nathan Aguilar gonna go high. This is where I'm concerned. I see 4 wide. Never confident they're gonna make it. They're so tight. I hate it. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Birds around. Yoiko is your leader. And this could be some good laps for Yoiko. This is a 3-race round. I see Omanessa, Barney Thresher involved. Bird, I think, is really the only driver in this that's going to get, in the playoffs, it's going to get taken out of that. Kind of seems as inevitable, you know. And I wish not, but trying to stay calm a little bit. So yeah, just get a push from Muhan. I think the only driver I needed to worry about was Austin Johns. I think he was steering clear. Exo actually got into him, but yeah. Muhan into the back of the 18, playoff driver. He's gonna have to work hard these next 2 races. He's around Austin Johns. Oh man, Austin John's got some mad damage, but other than that, I think he's saved it. But you can see Truly Money, I think Aztec Levette, Byron Fan, NASCAR WWE, 26 Weave Gonzalez, and um, 80 with a tidbit of damage. There's Barney Thurster the third. Nothing too major. As you see Ricky Freeman Jr. on his side, upside down. Man. Yeah, he's just not had the season he's wanted. Got to win at Bristol. Nothing to shame at, but dang, you just never want to wreck out like that. Actually, hold on. Yeah, Weekend's all still going. So most of the playoff guys still going, other than, except for Bird, who is the only playoff driver out of the race right now. Most everyone did get involved in that crash, but not really much notable damage, even for Austin Johns. I think he's got a lot of side damage, but nothing's going to take him out of contention of a good finish. But man, Yoiko leading some possible locking in to championship for laps here. Bug Mustard as well up here. I mean, he's in second, but he's not leading laps, but he led laps just like this in the race earlier this season. These two right here are probably the best drivers in the race here earlier this season, and so far are already looking to do it again. And Yoiko did win the race here earlier, and NH Interview, we were talking about him on the start. He's moved his way up to 4th, so he may turn around his earlier race here, flip, and turn it into a win, hopefully. And also, I'd like to mention the 31 of Nathan Aguilon. Here, I'll turn on standings, but yeah, Nathan Aguilon, he barely missed the playoffs, but he had a good season so far. I see Lethal Warner, he's still in the top 5, or top 10 actually, but versus good other drivers that are out of the race. Oh wait, hold on. Ominous might have a little bit more damage than I'd imagine. I know he's not out of the race, but looks like he broke something. But yeah, Tony 5011 got a win at Sugar Rush, and Matthew led a lot of laps at Atlanta. Bird, playoff driver, we know about him. He got involved in that wreck, was actually pushed by Muhan, so he's going to have to work really hard these next 2 races at Old Spice, and I believe the other track was, I can't remember right now, but you can check the ZSS schedule, but he'll have to work really hard there to get some points. He won't get any here today, and NASCAR WWE, Truly Money, Debrov, MJ Gamer, all out of the race, and then other drivers I'm sure with damage, and then NASCAR fan, Byron fan, and Jeff Sinclair for drip racing out of the race, and yeah, Lethal Warner in 6th, and then Austin Johns, he's in 13th, so that's the top 4 running of the playoff drivers. We will not be going green this time. I'm hoping we go green and not have any overtimes or any wrecks. That would be sweet. But again, the Cup Series race here was a little bit different. There was a big wreck on 2 big wrecks, and then that took out most of the competition, where it was really just a whack race to the finish. I'm hoping that we don't have. I know we won't, because we didn't have that in the earlier race here this season. But yeah, it's irritating. I'm definitely changing the Indy for this track for next season, or at least try. Despite flipping, Ricky Freeman Jr. is still in the race. Doesn't look to have a lot of damage either, but I guess he just got hit at a bad angle and got sideways, but he's still in the race, so it's good. Nimrod and Mini Juan, They had contact last week. I think they did again this week as well. Similar damage to those cars. Very unfortunate for them, but at least they're still in the race. So yeah, and yeah, Ricky Freeman Jr. We've seen EXO in the 2. I don't know if he's still in the race or not, but we've seen, yeah, there he is in like 23rd. Not too bad. That's definitely recoverable. But yeah, we've seen him last time we raced here for 3 times. He did finally DNF, however, but had a hard run to just stay alive, but unfortunately didn't quite go through that time. But yeah, hopefully he survives this time. It looks like he's got a damaged car. Actually, Muhan, the car that caused that wreck right in front of him, it'll probably be an easy pass unless it causes a clog or something. But yeah, it'll be something to watch for. Hope we can go green lap 6. Go check out the pace car. Yes, we are going green lap 6, which will be this time by. 2 Toyotas on the front row, not just Toyotas, playoff drivers. In the CCS, not a single playoff driver won a race, which I know sounds unreal, but that's how this game works. But you know, it'd be kind of cool to see a playoff driver win a race. But I must remind y'all that a win does not lock you in. It definitely helps, and win will probably lock you in anyway, based off of the points you gain. You gain 8 points to upon second place, but and then that doesn't even have to be a playoff driver, but you know, anyone could get it done here with the laps that Yoiko has led. It would not surprise me one bit if she is already locked into the playoffs. Not one bit. She's led an equivalent of, let's see, 5 times 5 be. She's an equivalent of 25 points. She wins the race. That is 75 points. That actually, you know what? And by points, that I think will lock her in. Just by points. I'm really, when I take a guess at points locking in, I do kind of take a wild guess, but yeah, I haven't been wrong yet. So yeah, we're gonna probably point that at 75 or 80 for locking in on points, but Yorko might do it on the first race based on points, even if she wins. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm hoping we don't wreck, but the possibility of that is much higher than I'm hoping. So than I'm hoping it is. So yeah, about to go green here. Toyota's on the front row again. Aztec Levette's still in the race, just further back as we're green flag here at Orlando again. Bug Mustard, I'll probably give that lap to Yoiko because she was supposed to be. I don't know. Probably, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Design to the bottom. This time Nathan Aguilon does want the lead. Some non-playoff drivers trying to get up front here. Yoiko getting a nice run up front as we see Pox Kozart. Oh, I don't like this. They're getting kind of close. Field is very separated. Only 4 of the round of 8 are up here, looking tight. I'm not liking it. I never do. Bug Mustard look like he's getting a very uncool push. Don't go on Pox Kozart. Don't go on Pox Kozart. I'm watching the 26 now. I'm so nervous. Don't wreck, please. I don't know if they wrecked. Like, there's a lot of cars in this pack, but now Bug Mustard is, as Nathan Aguilon's around. Oh, that's a big wreck. Austin John survives. I can see 3. Yoiko again leading. 26 of Weeb Gonzalez and Austin Johns. Well, we made it 1 lap, I hope. I seen NH Introvert go around. Well, really, I seen Nathan Aguilon. I don't see too much damage to Lethal Mourner, but position-wise, I don't think it's too good. Bug Mustard's okay, but he is far back, and Barn Thresher is okay. So this really not a huge playoff implication, but caused by a playoff driver. Lethal Mourner, who was just trying to... Oh. Ooh. Lethal Mourner. A lot more harder hits than I was thinking. He looks okay, but dang, those hard hits. Yeah, I'm running on the apron right now. So, it is too late for overtime. What the heck was that? Okay, so, yeah, it is too late for overtime, so, unfortunately, this will be the end of the race under caution. Yoiko, well, actually, I did not watch the race to the line. I think Weeb Gonzalez may have taken the lead there. Let's go back to... Yeah, he won. He made it to the caution flag first. Huh. Will be. Weeb Gonzalez is going to win here at Orlando, and Yoiko going to lead all but one lap. So, big points today for both these guys. Two Toyotas up here already locked in this, and fortunately, playoff drivers are going to... A playoff driver will win the first race of the playoffs, but again, Weeb Gonzalez not locked in, but we'll lead a couple laps and do that. But unfortunately, it is too late for overtime. Guys go all the time trying to get up there, back in her position for points position. Fourth place, not bad for them. Pox Kozar in third. NASCAR Northern will finish fifth. And Jonah Burge sixth. Austin Johns, playoff driver, will be third in standings post this race. He is in seventh. Then NH Introvert, not quite redemption. It did get spun out there in that last crash, but was able to reevaluate and kind of get a good position. But NH Introvert, yeah, kind of say redemption, kind of. And then Zine 9th, and then 10th is going to be No Limit Phil, and then fourth out of our playoff drivers will be Barney Thurcher the third, just outside the top 10. In this series, I guess it just goes to show these cars need to be top 10 cars, and playoff drivers 1 and 2 haven't seen that before. Omanessa will be probably -3 from my perspective, and then Bird will be very minus. Unfortunately for Bird, he came in the points series points champion. He's got a lot of work to do these next couple of races, and then Jason Cooper will get 6th, and I don't think Lethal Mourner finished the race. Yeah, Lethal Mourner will not finish the race, so he'll be just bad off as Bird. He was having a great run, but just because DNFing will cause him to have a zilch points, and the race runner will be Weeb Gonzalez. He will get his second win of the season and propel himself forward, but not lock into the playoffs. I believe Yoiko will lock into the playoffs. From points leading, I think Weeb Gonzalez will be in for probably 10 points, and Yoiko will be in for like, I don't know, let's say about for lap sled for Yoiko, I'd say probably around, let's see, 25 plus 10, that's 35, so 35 points for Yoiko in terms of lap sled, and then plus 42 for second, so yeah, I think Yoiko may lock in on points after today, but I doubt it for Weeb Gonzalez. He's going to have probably 60 points. after this race. So they're far ahead and likely locked in, but I think Yoika will be locked in on points. And yeah, congratulations to them. Unfortunately, it was just too far late in the race to turn on the green white checker, because after when it gets two to go, it don't work. But yeah, this race is kind of whack, but not. At least we didn't have a crap ton of overtimes, or any overtimes for that matter. Just a couple wrecks, and not a huge playoff implication, but interesting race. Good to see a playoff driver win for once. Yeah, had some realism. Hoping it would happen in the Cup Series, but I guess we had to wait for the ZSS. Well, I believe, not 1,000% sure, but I believe next week is Old Spice, and that will need to be redemption for Lethal Mourner and Barney and Birds. So we'll see you then.